Hello and welcome, friends. I hope everybody is ready to fight.
It's been a minute.
It has been a hot minute. What if we... First of all, how are you?
Fine. It was a nice hoodie weather day. So that's... I don't know why I'm always bringing up the weather. Like, yes, let's make old person small talk.
Listen, old person's... There's this
It's
phase you go
October.
through. There's a phase you go through at about 14 where you're like, oh, I'm so sick of small talk. Why would anyone talk to me about anything that's real? But then you get older and you're like, oh, the weather actually is a great conversation topic.
Yeah, because it's exciting or upsetting,
Exactly.
depending.
It's exciting or upsetting.
And it affects everybody. That's why it's such a good small talk topic. Small
But
talk.
it's October.
It is.
It's finally October, so I am at peak power.
The season is upon us.
The season is fucking upon us. You're living a Halloween decoration. Are you gonna hop up, Nix?
She's thinking about it. She's thinking about it. Just circling me and yowling.
Gotcha.
Oh, you coming? She keeps making
like she's gonna.
Are you or are you not? Oh my god.
Cats, man. Anyway, so you're good, which is good. I'm also chilling. Nothing major to report. At least on that front. Hello. Do you have any stories from class I want to know?
I'm sure I do. It's been 3 weeks since we did the last pod because we took 2 weeks off. So I'm trying to remember. I've definitely done some very strange things for sure.
I feel like you said you were going to write something down. Did that actually happen?
No.
I don't know what I expected.
There was, I do recall, I think it was week before last, that I sang a little song to my students and they didn't even react.
Well, that was rude of them.
But I'm like, this is what it's come to. Like, I think if I would, I mean, it's hard to remember back, but when I was in college, I feel like if I had a professor who sang like a little made up song, I would have thought that was super strange, you know, but they didn't even blink. So that's what it's come to.
Maybe we're all just desensitized to other people's strangeness in this day and age.
Yeah, I think they know how weird I am.
I mean, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, I like to tell them fun little stories or good. I've been on an ongoing rant about 50 Shades of Grey in one of my classes. Just, it comes up at least once a class period.
I mean, please, the floor is yours. I would love to hear more.
It's just how terribly written they are, is really all it is.
They're so bad. They're so bad.
Like, it came up because we discussed books in class a few weeks ago, and I don't remember who brought it up. It definitely wasn't me. But somebody brought it up, and I haven't been able to move on from it since. It just keeps... I just make it fit in there wherever I can. How bad it is.
That.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of fun.
Write things down. Yeah,
you really should. Again, you need to appoint a new me.
Yeah, because I know there are multiple times per class that I'm like, I probably shouldn't say this stuff out loud when I realize the looks I'm getting, but...
You need to find another student who will do what I did and write down every slightly odd thing you say.
Yeah, I definitely got some weird looks yesterday, and I don't remember why.
That's so disappointing.
I'm trying to think of what I do remember. I know I was talking about how I'm tired of my own voice because, believe it or not, I don't like people hearing me talk as I'm sitting here doing a podcast, but like I don't need attention. I don't like attention, really.
And yet somehow we are friends.
Yeah, but I don't remember something about how I never planned to like teach classes, and I just liked school so much that I kept going until I ran out of school and there was nothing else I could do at that point except teach it. But there was definitely something in there that was weird that I said, and I don't know what it was.
I love that for you. Well, unless we have anything else to say about... Actually, I do notice, is that a new plushie on your desk?
Oh, yeah, this is Turbo Granny.
That means nothing to me, but adorable plushie.
Don.
I have not finished On to Don.
Yeah, we didn't get to the point where she's featured yet, but you
Yeah.
saw the end credits.
Yeah.
There were Granny. Yeah, there was a lot of I mean, I suppose I can save it for the worst thing, but there was a lot of Dawn to Dawn stuff at the last con I went to.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, unless we have anything else to say, would we like to get into it for today? Now that we've finished, I realize this has been the vibe check. Got to make sure we use all of our fun effects here. Otherwise, what did we put them there for?
Exactly. That took seconds to make.
Exactly. And those were seconds of effort. God damn it.
That is true. Those are seconds you'll never get back.
Exactly. All right. The first question I have for us is: do we think that it's more difficult to be extremely short or extremely tall?
That's a tough one.
Because I know there are definitely disadvantages that are unique to one or the other, and disadvantages that are shared by both situations. And I can see I can see why you wouldn't want to be either one.
Yeah.
Pick. Because whether you're extremely short or extremely tall, you're gonna have a really hard time finding clothes that fit, for example.
Yeah. I honestly think it would be worse to be extremely tall because at least when you're short, there are things you can do. You can buy bigger clothes and alter them. You can use ladders and there's all different kinds of things. But if you're super tall, you just don't fit in places.
This is, and I mean, even before you get to the particularly extreme end of things, maybe you're not 7 feet tall, but you're 6'2". Even then, you can have trouble finding clothes that fit. Or you're not you're not 4 or 5, but you're 5'2" or whatever. You can still have trouble finding clothes that fit and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. But I think it's kind of one of those things where I think there are more ways to address the problems that extremely short people have than there are to address the problems that extremely tall people have.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you can have health issues either way if you're on the very extreme end of things. So neither of these are an ideal situation necessarily.
No.
I don't. But I feel like I don't know. Maybe I would rather be extremely short because there are some adaptive solutions in place that you simply can't. If you're too big for something, you're just too big. But if you are a person with dwarfism, for example, there are adaptive things you can do to your car so that you can drive. But if you're just too big to fit in a car, you're just too big to fit in a car.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like how I'd rather be cold than hot, because at least when you're cold, you can put on layers. When
you
you're
always
hot,
add a layer.
Yeah. Or if your options for a shirt are either too small or too large, you get the one that's too big, because the too small one, it's just not going to fit on your body. It's like a safe.
So I would definitely say that it's probably more difficult to be extremely tall.
Yeah.
And then I had a sub point for this: is would you rather be extremely short or extremely tall?
Yeah, definitely the short.
And I think I'd rather be extremely short.
And plus, well, I mean, I think either way, people are going to give you shit. Maybe not if you have dwarfism, because at least some people have enough tact to not
be total assholes.
Yeah. But anytime somebody comes across a person who is extremely tall, that must get so old.
I'm sure it does. Although I feel like in the society that we have set up, I think for guys, it's probably much more disadvantageous to be on the shorter side than it is on the taller side.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So I think maybe my answer to this would be different if I was a dude.
Yeah.
But I think I would rather be extremely short.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even thinking about it with regard to gender. I just think in general, what height does.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking about, again, there was a meme I saw that was there was this guy who was super tall that he just started handing out these printed business cards to people.
Oh yeah, the guy who was 6'10" or whatever. And it's yes, the weather is fine up here.
Yeah, and just like the
No, I don't
ripping.
play
No,
basketball.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah, that would get so old. But I also, have friends who are definitely on the shorter side who like never hear the end of it. Like my one friend is 5 foot tall and she just nonstop hears stuff about it. And it's one of my biggest pet peeve when people call me short
You're
because
not.
I am exactly medium height for a woman. I am right in the middle. That is drives me nuts. I wouldn't
Mhm.
care if I were short and people were like, "You're short." I'd be like, "Yeah, I know."
At least
But
it would be a
it's still,
fact.
yes, it is the inaccuracy that drives me crazy. I don't care if I'm
Okay.
short or tall or
I've
whatever.
noticed a societal shift. We've all heard the term short king, correct?
Yeah,
So
from you more than any other source, but yes.
sometimes it just be like that. I've noticed that we are broadening the criteria for short king in a ridiculous way.
Yeah,
I have seen men who are like 5'6" be referred to as short kings.
yeah.
No.
What's the cutoff?
I feel like it's 5'5" and under.
Okay,
Maybe even 5'4" and under.
shorter. Yeah, I was gonna say. So like my height and shorter.
Yeah. But like I've
See
seen
that?
like 5'8" referred to as a short king. No.
That is not. No.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah. No, I don't know what our culture's obsession with height is.
I don't
Like,
know. What would you say is the beginning of the height? Like, because I know short king is a thing. Tall queen is also a thing.
yeah,
Where do we say that it begins for our tall queens out there? Because
I
if you're a woman and you're like 5'7" and someone's like, "Ooh, tall queen," that's excessive.
yeah, no, that's not. How tall are you?
I am 5'6.5", if the half really matters.
Okay, I was gonna guess like 5'7" says. I don't know. Like, for me to actually use that phrase to refer to a woman, I feel like she has to be like 5'10".
Yeah, maybe 5'9".
Yeah, maybe. I was sort of waffling between the two. That's why I asked your height because I'm trying to like picture like how
Mm.
relative to my own
Yeah,
height.
you
How tall I would
definitely
be.
have to be taller than me.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I wouldn't classify you as tall. I would just say
I
kind
would
of
not classify myself
normal.
that way either.
Yeah. So yeah, I think, and I haven't come across very many women of that height. My current TA is that tall, and that's intimidating.
Understandable. I can imagine.
Oh, hey, Bandit.
Hey,
Oh,
what's up,
you
my
did
dude?
just send the message. I was like, I missed it. Oh, nope, just kidding.
What is up? What was I saying? I complete. Oh no!
Aw,
Anything you're willing
sorry.
to share with the class? If not, otherwise, I'm sorry you're feeling that way, buddy. You
Yeah,
hate to see it.
major bummers.
I completely lost my train of thought.
Nerve damage? Ugh.
Oh no, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
I am so sorry to hear that, friend.
Oh, that sucks.
Ooh, yikes.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that things with that go as well as they possibly can for you.
Yeah. There's, yeah.
But currently, we're talking about tall queens and short kings, and whether it's
Yeah.
more difficult to be extremely short or extremely tall, and which one we would prefer to be if we had to choose.
Yeah. I feel like I've definitely seen more short kings than tall queens.
I would agree. I would say the short king is a more common phenomenon, but also maybe
Yeah.
it's because there's more of an obsession with guys being like having to look a certain way. Or I mean, not that there's not an obsession with women having to look like height is a bigger
Yeah.
deal for guys in the
But,
society we have set up.
but I mean, I agree, but I also don't think it's just a gender thing. I think we just have an overall obsession with height, which again, I'll bring up the fact that people refer to me as short, and it's like, I don't know what metric they're using, maybe a man's average height, but like
Possible.
society seems to have this expectation that people are supposed to be taller than they are. Because
Yes.
you know? What is the
'Cause
average
you
height
know
for a
what
man?
people always say about like musicians or whatever when they go to a concert? It's like, oh man, they weren't as tall as I was expecting.
Yeah.
Like people always say that. There are a few notable exceptions, like Hozier is a fucking giant.
Yeah. So average height for men in the US is 5'9".
Yeah, okay, that tracks.
Yeah. But I think it's like, yeah, people seem to be really surprised anytime a guy isn't like 6 foot tall. It's
Yeah,
like
and
that's not how it works.
I hate the whole like, oh, if he's under 6 foot, then I'm not dating him. I hate that. I think that's such bullshit. But
That's
one time I saw a TikTok of
nonsense.
these girls who had marked 6 feet in tape on their dorm door so that they could make sure they didn't bring home any guys that were lying about their height. And I'm like, why do you
Wow.
care so much?
Yeah, what is it? Is it like a status thing or something? You know, like where they're like, oh, I don't want to be seen with a guy who's not at least 6 foot
Who's not
tall.
at least six
Or do
feet?
they just
Yeah,
not find it
couldn't
attractive? I
tell
don't
you.
know.
I mean, I suppose
I have
if a guy is like 5'10", 5'11", but is like really insisted that he's 6 feet because he's like, I think that shows an insecurity about the self that you maybe want to
that's
avoid.
a red flag.
Yeah, precisely. It's a red flag.
Yes.
So like,
Yeah.
maybe that's why, but that's also just so mean.
I can confidently say that I have never tried to measure the height of anybody I have ever dated, nor have
No,
I
I
even
have
really
not
paid
done that
attention.
either. And I have not
Like,
cared.
if you asked me to estimate the height of any person I've ever dated, I could not tell you. I don't pay attention.
Yeah. I mean, I could give you vague estimates if you really wanted me to, but it's not that I cared.
Yeah, no,
I've also only ever dated 2 people.
Yeah. No, I have.
So there's that.
I have many more. But like, you know, guy I dated for like 5 years. I don't know. I want to say like 5'7", maybe. I don't know.
Whatever.
It's not important is the point.
That is the point. And bringing it back around to the original point, I would definitively say that it's more difficult to be extremely tall because there are very few things you can do about the problems that would cause.
Yep.
And therefore, I would personally prefer to be extremely short or rather than extremely tall if I had to pick one.
No, absolutely. I had a friend in college who was 6'7".
Oh wow.
And like, yeah, it caused so many problems. Like we would all go out and try to like do things and he had trouble with doorways and fitting into like public transportation and you know, and it's just like I always felt so bad for him. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that must really suck.
His name was Barney. I wonder where he is these days.
A real person with that name, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
It's not his actual name. That was just the name he went by. His actual name is Bernard, but
oh, sure. Anyway,
Barney was a nickname.
Moving right along. What do I have for us next? Oh, have you seen this thing that kind of went around on Twitter? It just came up in my I found it on Reddit, but I saw it for the first time on Twitter. It's like, oh, if you could only eat food from one region for the rest of your life, which one would you choose and why? And let me see if I can send this here in a timely manner.
When you say region, are you talking about like a country or like a general area of the world?
Map, and we're like, you have to pick from like A, B, like these areas.
Oh, it has like a set to choose from.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
That makes it easier.
Send this to the WhatsApp real quick so that I can pull it up on my computer.
Oh, look, Instagram told me that Fighting with Friends is live.
Thanks, Instagram. Where is my WhatsApp? There we go. Found it. Give me the link, please. Load faster. Copy. Oh, here. Let's see if I can get a little screen share going on. Okay. Present.
Oh, I was like, oh, somebody put something in the regrettable. Oh, it was you.
It's me.
I see it. Oh, that's an interesting way to cut up the map.
Yeah, I don't really know what all that's about.
And it's at a weird angle.
Okay, so here's what we have. You can only eat food from one of these regions for the rest of your life. Which one are you going to pick and why? And this is from the non-political Twitter subreddit.
Mm.
And their comment also says the original choice map was so imbalanced it made me reasonably irritated, so I made a new chart with some actual competition, which I appreciate them taking the time to do.
Yeah.
So, for audio only listeners, how do we want to describe this? Your vague regions are a part of all of South America and part of North America, most
Yeah.
of North America, and all of Latin/Central America.
Yeah.
You've got part of Africa and some of Europe.
Yeah.
Another part of Europe, including the Northern African Peninsula and the rest of Africa. One region that's partially the Indian subcontinent and part of Asia, and then Australia and the rest of Asia.
Yeah, that's so hard to...
It really is hard to describe only verbally.
But it's also hard to, like... I like figure out what's in each area, I guess, because it's like...
Yeah, because it's a top-down view of the map, which I think this is a fairer... This does have some more competition going on, but here's... I have an argument to put forward. You pick Section E, because Section E contains New York City, and you can get fucking everything there.
And all of South America.
And all of South America. So I think I would go with, for that reason alone, I would go with Section E.
Yeah, but I feel like the spirit of it is
some strong competition.
Yeah, we gotta... It's just keep turning my phone in different directions.
I know.
I have to like process what I'm looking at. It's like, what do we got there? We got a lot of Asia.
A lot of Asia and all of the
Europe.
Indian subcontinent.
Yeah.
Because Indian food is just so fucking delicious.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I would argue that India knows what it's doing with the tomato more than Italy does, but that's just me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the tomato isn't specific to... Now I really want to Google where tomatoes, like...
are indigenous to. Yeah. I mean, you are resident podcast Googler. That is well within your job description.
Just sometimes I realize there's a thing I don't know, you know? And like...
No, I get what you mean.
Tomatoes. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. South America.
Huh. Yeah, okay. I guess that does kind of track. There's a lot of tomato-based cuisine.
Yeah. Originated from Western South America and may have been domesticated in there or Mexico. Introduced to the Old World by the Spanish and the Columbian Exchange in the 16th century.
Sure. All right. Well, learn something new every day.
Yeah. So really, neither India nor Italy can lay claim to the tomato.
My argument would be that the people who most know what they're doing with the tomato would be India. Mostly because I don't love a lot of other tomato-based foods.
Yeah, you just don't like tomatoes, so I don't know if your opinion counts on this one.
But Indian food makes me like tomato. It's such a great base for all the sauces.
But as somebody who just like eats cherry tomatoes as a snack.
Yeah, fair point.
Who actually likes tomatoes, it's very different. I think your argument is more that they hide the flavor of the tomato with spices.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you are right. So I think my choice is still going to be Section E, because of my clever little, or what I think is a clever little loophole, because I live close enough to the city that technically if I was really wanting something, I could get it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's not the spirit of the question.
I feel like that is not the spirit of the question. So then for me, it comes down to either C or B. Oh, but then I would never get sushi again.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think A and F are automatically out for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because yeah, they're we got some Asia in A, but like Australia, I've never heard good things necessarily about their food.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
It's
to
not
be honest,
something that everyone writes home about.
yeah, and F does include most of the U.S., and it would suck to like not get like barbecue from some parts of the U.S.,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm willing to give it up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I haven't had a lot of food from Africa.
Yeah, I've had
I mean,
Ethiopian food
some.
before, and I know
Yeah,
that would be
same.
contained in section C, and I know that I like Ethiopian food, so there's that.
Yes. Oh, I used to go to this Ethiopian restaurant when I lived in Columbus all the time, and then it closed.
Oh no, tragic.
I was like obsessed with it. Yeah. Um, but I wouldn't be upset if I couldn't have it anymore. So I'm
Okay,
narrowing down
yeah.
the choices.
Yeah, I would be deeply upset if I could not have Indian food again.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, in Europe, yeah, Italy is good,
Yeah, Italian food's
but I
real
don't know.
fucking good.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any other place in Europe where I would be like super upset if I couldn't have their food anymore. Like, maybe like
I This is also just probably because I have such fond memories from my limited study abroad experience. If I could not have Russian food again, and I know that like people are probably saying like what the hell is wrong with you? I would be sad about that. I do just fucking love Russian food.
I mean, I love me a pierogi,
I
which
love a good
is make
pierogi, even though that's technically Polish, but whatever.
well, that's why I said Poland. So
Yeah. But like pelmeni, oh my god, if I could never
yeah,
have that again, I'd be so sad.
I gotta admit, geography is not my strong suit, so I don't remember where on which continent things are to know where the dividing line is.
Yeah, I'm a little bit fuzzy on the exact geography of Europe, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, so I mean, that's why like I've been narrowing it down by like dismissing certain segments that I
By
know
like vague, it's
more
where
about.
things are.
Yeah, but like once we get into the territory of like especially B and C on there, I'm getting a bit lost.
Yeah, just a touch.
Well, and we know Italy's shaped like a boot. Where's the boot?
Hmm. Hold on, I have to zoom in on this image a little. It's
I don't
in
see a boot.
section C.
I don't know if I see it. I'm like refusing to acknowledge that I need to wear glasses.
You need to wear glasses, bestie. I'm very
I have
sorry
them.
that you do, and you should wear them.
I actually got another new pair. I exchanged my new pair for a different new pair
Any particular reason?
because the other ones were too big for my face and I hated them.
Oh, fair enough.
But they're in my bag over there, so I can't really do anything about it.
Okay, I'll let it slide.
I guess my major concern here is, are Italy and Poland in the same slice?
I'm looking at the other map projection that I have on my wall and am trying to determine that. I
I mean, because that's very important.
Yes. Yes, I think that they are. I think they are both in section C.
I mean, because then that might be. But what do we get for like Asia in, in that?
We get parts of Russia, which I fuck with. A lot of the stans, so Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, etc. China, Chinese food, hello.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually Chinese and Indian food, hell yes.
Are all in that slice
Yes.
of C?
Or not of C. C has Italy, Poland, Ethiopia.
Okay.
B has India, China, and parts of Russia, which I'm very down with.
Hmm.
So I think my answer might have to be B.
Yeah, it's definitely trending toward B or C. I don't know. I'd probably go. It's so hard because essentially now it's a choice between Italian and like a lot of the Asian foods,
Hmm.
and I don't know which. I think I'd have a harder time giving up Asian food because I love sushi so much
Yeah.
and ramen.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
ramen. Yeah, and of course, Indian food is one of my favorite things in the world. Gotta have that crab rangoon.
Oh, I
Yes.
love a good fucking crab rangoon. I would oh god, now
That
I'm
shirt
thinking about it. I could murder one. I could murder some crab rangoon right now.
that shirt I sent you the other day. I don't even remember where I came across it. That just says "On my knees for the goon."
As you should be.
But yeah, I think it'd be harder to give that up than Italian potentially. But it would break my heart to not have a good
It's
Italian.
not an easy choice. This really is not,
Really
which is
not.
why this is fighting with friends. This is why this is fighting with
Yeah,
friends material.
this is fighting with myself, trying to decide
Yeah, really.
what matters most to me. It's very difficult.
I'm gonna go B, final answer.
I might have to agree, honestly, again, just because I can't give up
Hmm.
Japanese and Indian primarily, and Chinese, and at least if there's a little bit of Russia in there, we could potentially get some of the Polish-like food.
Yeah. All right. Good talk.
Yeah. Now I want food from all places. Now I just want food from all the places.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah. Now I want to go to an Italian restaurant because I
Oh,
had to give
yeah,
up Italian
that'd be
food for the
nice.
rest of my life.
That would be really nice. Um, let's move right along. What do I have up next for us? I've got
Couldn't tell you. Oh, yeah.
um
Oh.
okay. What is an event that would make you drop everything and any amount of money to be there?
I think if it were an opportunity to see and or meet like a celebrity that I idolize.
If Ghost does meet and greets again, all bets are off. I will fucking do anything to
They
get
might
my
be too
ass to
big now.
wherever I. Hmm?
They might be too big now.
I know. So if they ever did it again, I know it
Mhm.
would be ridiculously expensive, but if they did it, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I would drop if they were like, "Hey, this is a thing we're doing only when we're playing in Sweden or whatever." I was like, "Fuck it, going to Sweden, I guess."
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
not give two shits.
Yeah, especially like there are certain celebrities who are sort of like reclusive and or, just don't
Mhm.
go out much or are
Like,
unfortunately not long for this world.
yeah, people I would have
Like a
killed
bit
to
without a
meet
chance.
David Lynch.
Yeah.
Like if there was like I remember there was he was doing like transcendental meditation classes or whatever. Like I would have put down some pretty significant money to get myself to wherever the hell that was going on if I had the opportunity.
Mm. I feel like we've talked about this before, but like if I found out there was a really cool like adult summer camp,
Oh, that would eat.
yeah, where it's like, oh, that's a little bit pricey, but like then the list of things you get to do is like insane. Like
Hmm. Yeah, I feel
I'm
that.
there. I'm there. It
Or
seems
like any music festival where like because I like so many bands in the same genres, so like there is a really good chance that a metal festival will have like, especially like a really really big one that draws like huge bands, will
yeah.
have every single one of my favorite or like almost every single one of my favorite bands playing at the same time. Like if that happens, I don't know,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah.
There's a lot I would do.
Yeah. Yeah, and every once in a while there is an event that pops up where it's like not even a question. Go in that, go in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I got to meet Warwick Davis just earlier this year, as soon as I saw they had him, I'm like, I don't care. Doesn't matter what's happening that weekend. Cancel everything.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton were coming to a con that was within like 5 hours, I was like, okay, we are going.
Yeah. Yeah. I will cross national borders, which that's only Canada that I went to, but still.
Still, I mean, it counts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think my biggest one would be if Ghost ever did meet and greets again. Anything would happen. Anything that needed to happen would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Specifically.
That's why I'm trying to think of like a celebrity that I would get that excited about.
Tim Curry?
Because, I mean, I was thinking about him actually, but he still does cons and stuff, so it's possible. And yet I haven't dropped everything to try to
This
go
is
to
also
one of those,
true.
you know, which is the thing. So I was like, because he was one of the first people that popped in my head, and I was like, but, yeah. So, I mean, I nearly did spend thousands of dollars to go see Los Campesinos for like the, I don't know how many times.
There we go. Time.
10th. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I was indicating that it was a number of times, you know, but it had the nth at the end. It was intentional.
Love it.
Is my point. It just didn't come out well, I don't think. It made sense to me.
It happens.
You know, like the 7th or the 6th.
Mm.
But it's the 10th because I don't remember how many times.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean it's hard to imagine, because I don't know, maybe I'm just too much of a grown up in some ways, not most ways.
I was about to say, boo.
In some ways, I'm too much of a grown up, not every way. I mean, definitely if like certain bands get back together, like that broke up years ago, I would be there in a heartbeat. And actually, it's been like, weirdly, I'm now struggling to come up with an example.
Oh dear.
Because I lost. Well, so I recently have been like finding several, like a bunch of new bands, because I've been listening to various just like playlists on Spotify, you know, the ones they make, and discovering all kinds of groups. And I keep getting very upset because I'll be like fall in love with a group and then it turns out they broke up like 10 years ago or something. And it's so upsetting. And so if
that is the struggle.
Like, yeah, if they were like, this group is back together and they're doing like,
I get that.
Yeah, then I'd be super excited and would definitely do that. But
I don't understand people who don't have something like that, though.
What, that they're like that excited about?
Yeah. That's just something I've never gotten. I don't know. I don't know what people who don't hyperfixate do all day.
Or people who just like don't have hobbies or interests.
Yeah.
In general.
I don't understand what people like that do all day.
No. I have an overabundance of hobbies. They can have some.
It is a mystery to me. Do we have anything else to say on that front?
I was going to say one such band that recently that I discovered apparently is not together anymore is a band that had 2 of their songs featured in Velocipaster.
Oh, no shit. Nice.
I was listening to a lot of their stuff and I was like, oh my god, I love this. And then I looked it up and it was like, no, they broke up like 10 years ago. And I'm like,
oh no. You
so,
do hate to
I'll
see
never
it.
get to see it live, which is sad, but
big sad. All right. Next question I have for us is a simple would you rather. Would you rather have telekinesis or telepathy?
So I saw this question like maybe 10 minutes before we started and immediately knew the answer.
I also immediately knew my answer, but I'm going to let you go first.
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis. I drive myself, if I could actually know, I drive myself crazy assuming what people are thinking.
Yeah,
I actually
exactly.
knew. Oh my God.
Exactly. I do not want to know what people think about me. Oh
That would
God.
be so bad for me. I do not need to know.
No. Like when I'm teaching classes, anytime I see a person like smile when I haven't said anything that would cause, a smile, I'm like, oh God, what is it? Did I do something weird? It's like, I assume
No,
that
I
they're
get exactly
laughing
what
at
you mean.
me for
Yeah,
some
I
reason.
do not need to know what people are thinking.
No,
It would end
don't want to know.
horribly.
I don't want to know. And not even just that, like, I don't want to know what other people think about. People think about weird stuff,
I think about weird
you know?
stuff. I don't need
Yeah,
people to
everybody
know.
does. Everybody thinks about weird stuff. And it's
Mhm.
like, I don't want to, because that'll make you see people differently too.
Yeah, I don't need to know the exact thoughts of every single person that I come into contact with. It's just
And
too much.
especially like just random people that you encounter.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah,
my
no
God.
thank you.
Like dudes thinking horrific things about women, like racist people, like
Yeah. Uh-uh.
there's so much I wouldn't. But with telekinesis, I mean, I could be lazier.
Yeah, and that would be great. Like, I'm
Yeah.
really down to be lazier.
Yeah, like if I had telekinesis just a few minutes ago, I might have
You could have gotten
made
your
my
glasses.
glasses. Yeah, they could have come out of my bag and floated over here to me. But I'm not getting up. I have my footrest out. It's a pain to like put it back in and get up and get the thing.
Isn't it
I'm
though?
not
Yeah.
gonna do that. But if I could have done it with telekinesis, I would have.
Mhm. Yeah. Telekinesis would honestly be great.
Cleaning would be easier. Just sit
Cleaning would
there.
be easier.
I wonder how much like concentration it requires. Could I also be doing something else like playing video games, but then in my back of my mind I'm making the cleaning happen?
Depends on which universe you're in, I think.
Mm. Mm? And
Well,
what's
just because I've seen and like Stranger
oh
Things,
oh yeah.
like they have telekinesis, and the cost is like making your eyes bleed. But
Yeah.
then in some
Too
Marvel
realistic.
movies, yeah. But then in some Marvel movies, it's just like, oh, you can do anything.
Yeah, no, I prefer the latter.
Yeah, I would much prefer the sort of you can do anything if you just think about it type telekinesis,
Yep. Yep.
because that'd be
Like I think
ball.
it's isn't it like Doctor Strange or something where there's just like stuff going on in the background and he's not even
Yeah,
really thinking about it. It's like, yeah,
yeah,
that's what I want. I want
that's
to just
awesome.
like just have a thought and it just happens while I'm doing other things.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
All right.
I see nothing but bad things with
I was
telepathy.
about to say, unless you have anything else to say
No,
about that,
just
because I get the
in
feeling that
general.
this is going to be pretty significant weekly worsening for both of
Could be.
us.
Could be.
With that, would we like to begin the meditation?
Sure.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Listen, cue ball, you're only making it worse.
Thanks, that even makes it worse.
It's worse than you know.
It usually is.
I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's the worst goodbye I've ever heard. And you stole it from a movie.
How marvelous.
All right, Bestie, what have you got for me? How are you worse? How have you gotten worse over the past 3 weeks?
Oh my god, it's so much worse.
Not shocked.
So much. Oh my god, I don't even know where to start. Maybe if I start like furthest back in time and work my way up, I don't know.
Makes sense to me.
Because again, I went to another Comic-Con, Flower City
Very
Comic-Con
nice.
in Rochester. Hung out with all the nerds, bought way more stuff than I needed, right?
Such
All that kind of
as?
stuff. Well, I mean, Turbo Granny here.
Amazing.
Oh, I don't want to get it out of the cabinet, but I got a little handmade glass potita.
Aw, that's
It's
so
like
cute.
so cute. The face, it's like this big, like an inch and a half. I think it's that. And it's like I saw its face and it was so cute. I also got a painting of Pochita
Nice.
that was done by like a 14-year-old girl, and it was so cute.
Aw.
I was like, yeah, now I just have this really cute picture of Potita that teenage girl painted in my bedroom.
There you go.
But yeah, so I wasn't looking for Pochita stuff in particular, but again, it was crazy. There was so much Don to Don stuff. Like, it really took off, I guess. And I wore my Don to Don t-shirt one of the days.
Nice.
But the booth where I got this Turbo Granny, they had plushies of like 3 of the other main characters, and I was looking at them and I was like, I don't really need them. And I came back later, they were all gone. Like, people are in love with it, I guess. So
there you go.
But yeah, got to meet some cool people, see cool things. So there's that. That feels like a life. That was like 3 weeks ago. So it feels like a lifetime. I was like, that's what I remember at this point.
I understand the feeling.
Yeah, it's like, I'm pretty sure there were other things. We both been to some concerts.
We have both been to some concerts indeed. Since this is still your turn, would you like to go first with all your concerts?
Sure. I mean, I've just got the 2, but you have 3, right? 4. I can't remember what. 3. 4.
4. Yes.
Yes. I kept going back
We'll get to that.
because I couldn't remember if one of them was before the last episode or not, which is why I was. But I can name the 4.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, remember things. Sometimes. Usually, but sometimes. Yeah, so I went last week to see Bad Cop, Bad Cop, which...
How was that?
It was amazing. So, I mean, it was a tiny show. Like, the tiny little hole-in-the-wall type venue here called the Bug Jar, which is... it's a really cool place. But there were maybe like 50 people.
Wow.
So when I say small, I mean small.
Oh, yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, and so when it was over, the band just kind of hung out, and I got to meet all the members of the band.
OMG!
And their new album that had just come out the previous Friday, so like 5 days beforehand, I bought a limited edition vinyl of it, and all 4 of them signed it.
Yay!
I've got it now in a cool frame on my wall by my record player.
Nice.
And I got to like gush and tell them how much I loved them. And I told the one woman, I was like, your voice is incredible. She was like, thanks. It's the angst.
Yeah, that'll do it.
She's 50. She just turned 50.
Oh, wow. Good for her.
Yeah. So it's an all female punk band, and they're mostly in like their late 40s, 50s, which is amazing.
All right.
But the one woman that I've essentially decided to idolize now, when she introduced me to somebody else in the band, she was like, this is Sarah. She's rad. She's one of us. I was like, yeah, I don't even know what you mean by one of us, but I am just like,
that's awesome.
Yeah. And the one woman was wearing a shirt with a QR code for abortion pills by mail. Like, they're very,
politically active.
Yeah, I guess is the way to put it. But they're definitely like, they don't take shit, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And the opening band, which I didn't listen to in advance and I wish I had, was incredible, called the Iron Roses. But they're pretty gay, I guess is the way to put it.
Just like that.
Yeah, and in such a fun way. They're very like political as a group as well. Their music is incredible. But yeah, so that was a great time. I got a Zippo hoodie and a t-shirt.
Nice.
And then just a few days later, I drove down to Ithaca to see the Front Bottoms with Sincere Engineer.
And I got a picture from that.
Yeah, which it's crazy because first of all, I've listened to the Front Bottoms for years. I like the Front Bottoms, but I was really there for Sincere Engineer. And they were the openers, technically, so they were only playing like 45 minutes. I missed half of their set.
Oh no! How did that happen?
So I went to the parking garage. That there are like 3 parking garages that are sort of like equally distant from the venue. And I had just kind of picked one at random, essentially, and went there and got in. It's like this 7-8 floor garage. went all the way up to the top, wasn't a single open parking space, went all the way back down, and then went all the way up to the top again, just in case, all the way back down. So I went through it 4 times total.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single spot in the place, just lines of cars. I don't know why they were letting people in there.
That's bizarre.
And so by the time I actually got out of there and got to another garage, I barely found a spot in that one. And then actually to get to the building, like, it took a huge amount of time.
Oh no, that sucks.
I was so mad. Yeah.
I would be.
Yeah. And it wasn't, I mean, it was a really cool venue, like this super old theater,
Mm-hmm.
but it had seats, which is not really conducive to, like, I mean, Sincere Engineer's a punk band. Like, it's not really, you need
That's a little odd.
Yeah. So, couldn't really get very close, and it was 1,000 degrees in there. I don't think they have any sort of ventilation. I've never been in a hotter venue in my life. I thought I was going to die.
Yikes.
But at least I got to see half the set, and then I got to meet Deanna, who's the front woman for Sincere Engineer. And got a picture with her, and she was very, like, spazzy because she was running her own merch table. There was nobody else helping her.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and so when they finished their set, she was like, all right, I'll be at the merch table if anyone wants to talk. And then by the time she got out there was this super long line of people, and I was second in line.
Good for you.
But that meant that there was this whole line of people behind me, so she was like feeling like, frantic, trying to, like, get people past. She's like, I'm sorry everybody, trying to, like so I didn't really get to talk to her like I'd hoped, but I did get to tell her that the Lawrence Arms have been, like, my favorite band forever, and she was like, yeah, me too. And I was like, but you got to record a song with Brendan, like, sad a little bit, but
That's awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, I got merch from that. I got a signed copy of the demos of the Front Bottoms album.
Nice.
Because this was for the 10-year anniversary of one of their albums, so they were playing through that full album, but it was like limited release demo vinyl that was signed.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that was a good time. It was a little exhausting, but I survived.
Would you say you're worse in any other ways?
Oh yeah, I've been saving the worst for last.
Oh? What did you do?
Fallout 4. Have you
Talk to me, girl.
Have you seen the number of hours that I have been logging?
No, I haven't.
It's sad. I'm at about 110 hours now.
Let's go!
It's been a few days since I did the math, but you know how it'll show, like, how much you've played in the last 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
This is the only game I've been playing for the last couple of weeks. I don't think I would admit what the average number of hours a day is.
Well, you have to, because you brought it up.
Like 5 hours a day.
That's fucking awesome. Oh my god, tell me everything. What quest lines are you doing? Who are you siding with?
I'm just, like, obsessed, and I can't stop. And you want it? I've been modding.
Oh, I don't even do that shit.
Well, I started modding because I was building myself a bitchin' house on my private island. Spectacle
As
Island. I refuse to let anybody else live there.
Very nice. You already found WoW. Yeah, okay.
So, I was building this giant house, and then, like, rocks and stuff were sticking up through the floor because that's just the way the game works. And I was like, that's annoying. I wonder if there's, like, a mod that'll let me get rid of rocks, and that's what started it. But I really only have a mod that lets you, called, like, scrap everything, that lets you scrap, like, bushes and rocks and stuff like that. And, like, buildings and things that you can't scrap otherwise. Although it's very dangerous. Because you can scrap things you really should not be scrapping. I found that out the hard way when I was in Vault 88, and I accidentally scrapped the cave floor that I was standing on. And then I just kept infinitely falling. I just kept reappearing and falling into this white void. So I had to load an old save because there's no going back from that.
Yeah, no, doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful with it. I also downloaded one where you can scrap dead things. So you can scrap dead
Okay.
people and skeletons and animals and bugs and
Oh,
stuff.
there's console
which is
commands for that
handy.
too.
Yeah. But it's already like integrated when you're in workshop mode.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty handy. And then I had to do a mod to keep achievements enabled, you know, because I don't want it to ruin my achievements because it's not like I'm cheating. I'm just making it look prettier.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it took a while to figure out some of that stuff and get it all working correctly because I had to do like the Fallout 4 script extender and now I have to launch it through that and it's like a whole thing. But
so, Minutemen, Brotherhood, Institute, Railroad. Where are we going?
I am both. I'm the general of the Minutemen.
Nice.
And I have been working a lot for the Railroad, actually.
I love the Railroad.
Yeah. Yep, I definitely those are kind of the two sides, you know, fuck the Institute and fuck the Brotherhood.
Fuck them both big time.
Yeah, they suck. I believe I recently met your goal husband.
Love him, Hancock, my darling.
I think it was just yesterday I got to Good Neighbor, actually.
Yay!
And I was like, oh, I believe that's Bridget's goal husband. Yeah, so I've been playing a lot. I've been focusing a lot on my settlements because I just felt the urge to build things.
I do love the settlement building.
Yeah, but I know there's still a lot that I don't have in terms because I saw online there's like 35 settlements or something.
Yeah, there's a shit ton.
And I don't.
But that's just more fun building for you to do.
Yeah, I know, and I want to find more. That's why I keep like doing all the railroad quests because they've given me safe houses to clear out before, and I'm like,
yeah,
there's something very addictive with the scrap everything of just being able to scrap all the like random debris on floors and the papers because that stuff you can't scrap without it. Like because floors you can get rid of, you know, broken shelves and whatever, but it doesn't let you scrap like random office papers on the floor.
Yeah,
but with scrap everything you can. And you can also actually scrap an entire building, but
very nice.
You just have to be careful.
Good to know.
Always save right before you're doing something potentially questionable. I've learned that.
Good plan. Very, very good planning.
Yeah. So, so much worse. I don't know why I cannot stop.
Girl, I've dreamed of times like this. Now someone understands.
Yeah. So I'm overseer of Vault 88 now. That's fun.
Very nice. As am I.
Yeah. I was like, didn't I just get put in charge of something the other day? That's what it was. I love with their games that you just get put in charge of everything.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, it's just like you run this now. Like, how many jobs can one person have? And I hate it's always telling me like, oh, the settlement, there's something wrong with it. And I'm like, what? It's like they're not happy enough. I'm like, bitch, you have food and water and defense and beds and like, oh, I'm not happy enough in the nuclear apocalypse. Little bitches.
I get what you mean.
But yeah, significantly worse, I would say, for that.
I love it. Very nicely done. I, as you said, have been going to a lot of concerts. I recently went to the first one I went to since we last recorded was the New England Metal and Hardcore Fest, and man, oh man, that was a lot of fun. I can now say that I've crowd surfed with Jesus.
Cool.
For whatever reason, almost every show that I've been to that's like a mosh pit type show, for whatever reason, it always seems to attract someone cosplaying Jesus and somebody in a banana suit.
There was somebody dressed as a hot dog.
I've seen this at Sleep Token. I've seen this at Lorna Shore. I've seen this at the Metal Fest. I saw this at Acid Bath. Like, I don't know what it is about the mosh pit that calls to these people, but it does. And I mean, no judgment from me.
Yeah.
And speaking of mosh pits, I recently made the lamest hardcore purchase one can make. And it's that I bought a mouth guard for the mosh pit.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
like, it's lame because it's very safety conscious, but it's hardcore because it's still going into a mosh pit.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Safety first, kids.
Yeah. I wish I were more like that.
So I did that. I saw Sleep Token again, which was fucking excellent. I did cry, which should not come as a surprise to anybody who knows me. So I did that. And I saw Black Braid, which I feel like I'm forgetting something. Metal Fest, Sleep Token,
Acid Bath.
No, I swear I had already talked about Acid Bath.
I mean, but that's the 4.
Maybe
the Metal Fest, Acid Bath, Sleep Token.
It was only the 3 since the last recording, because I saw Black Braid too.
Yeah. But that's the 4. That's 4 of them.
Okay, yes. But only 3 of those have been since our previous recording, I think.
Okay, that's why I kept waffling between 3 and 4 before, because I couldn't remember.
But yeah, Sleep Token was absolutely amazing. I had a wonderful time. And Black Braid was also very, very fun. I got knocked on my ass, and now my entire left side hurts.
Yep.
But, you know, that was a risk I assumed, so that's on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be returning to the pit for Dogma, Whitechapel, and Avatar in November.
Nice. I'm going to see Hot Mulligan in November.
You've seen them before, right?
Nope.
No. Oh, okay. Very nice.
I'm not showing up on camera. There was a little paw sticking in the air.
Aw. So that's things that have made me worse. I also made some decisions lately. I made a big decision recently, which is that so Ghost announced another leg of their United States Skeletor coming up in 2026. I will now be traveling to both North and South Carolina to see Ghost 2 days in a row this January. I'm so excited.
With the same people or different groups?
Like with the same people going with me, same people going with me.
Okay. So you're all doing the same.
Yes, we are all doing this. It's not just me, but yeah, another girls' trip for Ghost.
You made me nervous for a second when you were like, I made this big decision. I was like, what is it? Are you like moving? Did you quit your job? And I was like,
no,
oh, it's the Ghost.
I wish.
It's the Ghost.
No, it's the Ghost
You
thing.
told me about that.
Fucking shocker. But yeah, that's going to happen, and I'm really excited about it. We're going as skeletons one night and bats the next.
Bat?
And how else am I worse? I feel like I'm forgetting something. But nothing is coming.
Games,
I mean, I continue to play fan fiction. I continue to write play fan fiction. Wow, Bridget.
Yeah,
I continue to play video games. I'm getting close to collecting all of the magazines in Fallout 4. Nice. I've been going through on the fandom Wikipedia page and like checking off all of them. So I've been doing that, and I'm getting pretty close to the end. I do continue to write tag team fan fiction as though my life depends on it.
Cool.
And I started playing Hollow Knight.
Oh, I have that. I've never played it.
I had heard very good things about it, which is why I bought it in the first place. And now the sequel has just recently come out and people are talking about it again. So I was like, oh, I'll give this a try. And I quite like it. I'm not very far into it yet. I haven't really been playing it like obsessively, but I do enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Just a couple of days ago, they released a demo of Power Wash Simulator 2.
Ooh, exciting.
I immediately downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet because I am committed elsewhere.
It happens.
But I downloaded it immediately. I have it. You get to play 2 levels and get access to your base and stuff. And I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. They still haven't given a release date, just 2025, but they're running out of time in 2020.
They are running out of 2025, so I would assume it's coming
in the next 3 months.
Yeah. All right. What do we have that needs announcing? We've still got our deal going on with the Bull and Bee. You can go to thebullandbee.com and use code MONSTERMEAT at checkout for $5 off your online meat order. And speaking of the Bull and Bee, on Halloween night, starting at, I believe it's 7:30?
Oh, you're asking me?
I am asking you.
I don't remember things.
I think it's 7:30, but we are doing the Bride of the Big Dumb Monster Mash, where we're going to have karaoke, we're going to have a costume contest, we're going to have prizes, we're going to be hanging out at the Bull. Is 7:30? Okay, yes. Wonderful. Yeah, we're going to be hanging out at the Bull and Bee in Albany, so if you're in the area, get your ass down there on Halloween night. We're going to have a total blast. As far as things coming up on the network, other than that, we've got our stream. We're starting spooky season tomorrow night. We're talking about the first film we're going to be talking about is One Cut of the Dead, which is available to stream on Shudder if you would like to watch it for yourself. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow night. I don't know if there's DFEN on Friday. I'm pretty sure there's not, but I could be wrong. And then bringing it back around, we've got Big Dumb Monsters. We're going to be talking about 2001: A Space Odyssey on Regrettable Reviews on this coming Tuesday, and then bringing it back around to Fighting with Friends, stream, etc. And our stream schedule for the month of October, in case anybody missed the last stream where we decided what we were going to watch, it's going to be starting on Thursday, October 2nd, tomorrow. It's going to be One Cut of the Dead, Green Room, Cropsy, Rosemary's Baby, and then capping it off with The Babadook.
Yeah, what a combination.
What a combination indeed. I'm looking forward to all of them, though.
Yeah, we got a documentary in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've
never talked about one of those before.
Yeah, no,
so that should be. We are spreading our wings.
Yeah, I'm very curious about that one.
I am very curious as well. Do you have anything that needs announcing, Misty?
I could not fathom what it would be.
Fair enough. All right. I guess that's going to bring us to a close for the evening. As always, thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you, and we will be back again next week. We'll see you then. Adios, everyone. This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brooks. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your other favorite listening platform. Catch us live on Twitch every Wednesday and Thursday. For ad-free live broadcasts of the show, you can subscribe to our Twitch channels or consider donating to our Patreon for ad-free access to our entire library of past episodes and streams, as well as fun bonus content. Fighting with Friends is a member of the Eclectic Cult Media Network. Check out the links in the description for more episodes from us and from all of the shows on the network. Thanks for listening!